Welcome to our take on, I guess, Caverns Deep and Dwarven Forge. My name's James. I'm joined by Cooper with his Minecraft sword. And we thought that for Cyclops Con we would share some video of the Dwarven Forge cavern / dungeon that we built especially for this weekend. Now, I know a lot of you out there are doing online games, and as we are, I've got a bunch of online games this weekend. I'm a player, I'm running some off-the-book stuff, but we also thought we would celebrate the convention in person in our Walls Dungeon Tavern. And on Sunday, one of the things that we did, and Cooper did help with this, was that was Cooper's section right there, was we built this cool cavern out of my Caverns Deep Dwarven Forge that I got from the Kickstarter last year, and out of the Dungeon of Doom Dwarven Forge stuff that I got from my wife for my 40th birthday. So what we thought we'd do, and I posted some pictures of this on Twitter and on Facebook, but we thought we would do a tour through the dungeon and show all the crazy stuff that's in here. And I don't know, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Essentially, on one side, you have the ice. On the other side, you have the water. There's supposed to be a hidden river that goes through the middle, and you can kind of tell by the terrain trays that there's a transition here from ice to water.
Yeah, because this is like this piece right here. As you can see, it fades into a darker area. Yeah,
there's a couple of these transition pieces that are cool. That are, this whole piece here comes up. This is one piece, but it's designed to transition from the typical caverns paint scheme to the ice caverns. We got a lot of ice caverns because we play Frostgrave, and we thought it would be cool to have this for Frostgrave. And the other neat thing with this dungeon is it's designed that you can play it in two directions. You can play it with the entrance on this side.
Like you could start in this room and then come over here.
Well, there's an entrance here, so you can come in from this side. And I have a party of adventurers over here. I have a couple warriors, a warrior monk, and a gnome illusionist or wizard over on this side.
Or you can start over here.
Yep. In the docks, and over here we have a Thri-kreen and a barbarian and like a caveman archer and a wizard in the docks. And we put some monsters in there, and I thought we would just do a tour through the dungeon here. Well, there's your character, right?
Yeah, I want to get my character out.
Now we're gonna keep your character in there for it now.
But I want to tour him through the dungeon too.
All right, well go get your character. We'll have him go through. Just be careful with his gun, okay?
Okay.
So Cooper's character is from our Deadlands games. Well, I think that he would fit very well in Dark Trails.
I'm gonna get him too.
All right, so which side do you want to go through? You want to do the ice cavern side over here, and maybe?
I might start from this side since this is like where we left off last time.
Well, this is called the Dread Cavern of
The Deepy Hollow.
Divoc. It's supposed to be Divoc the 91st. See COVID-19 backwards. Get it? Divoc, D-I-V-O-C.
Oh yeah, and then 91st, 19.
So in the first chamber we have, and this is this chamber here is entirely built out of Caverns Deep material. This is supposed to be a spider's lair, so you kind of go through across the docks into the spider's lair. You can see Cooper's cowboy characters fit right in. The spider here, I believe, is Wizards of the Coast.
I had the idea for it.
For what, the spider?
Yeah, and then we put the base somewhere.
Yeah, it had a base, and I took the base off so it could creep up walls and stuff. I like how that looks.
Like, because you could take it and, like, if it wasn't out on the map yet and it was about to enter in, you could have it
climb over the wall.
Legs, and you could put it up top.
Yeah, that would fit well. And this is a cool room because you've got a couple places to go. So the idea with the dungeon was to make it so it wasn't one-dimensional, one room after the other. You have a lot of options of where you could head. And this room with some glowing mushrooms on the wall, kind of leading to the mushroom theme as you go into this chamber here, and you have your glowing giant mushroom. and you have an infected, like, I don't know, a horrible infected minotaur in here.
He looks Bullman.
It's a minotaur.
I call him Bullman.
Okay, that's fine.
Bullman.
Then there is a passage up here that leads you to one of these like plateau pieces. I'm gonna move around.
I'll stay over here.
This piece is cool. This gives the characters kind of a view of 3 potential passageways out of here. You have one that leads backwards over towards this like temple type thing, and you can't quite tell. Coop, can you turn the lights down for a second? So this is glowing.
I'll just turn them off.
So cool. Actually, the whole thing is pretty sweet, glowing. All right, turn it back on. There's a plate underneath this that glows, and
then
when you put this on top,
it makes the whole thing.
Yeah.
It makes these glow. Right.
And there's a couple other things you could put on there. There's like a pentagram you could put on there. In this room right now, we have hidden a pair of like ghosts, and then in the back there is a passageway. And if you look underneath, you can see water. And the idea being like this negative space room is that, you know, maybe somewhere out here there's an entrance into the dungeon that the characters don't know about. So if a party's thief wants to sneak in, maybe not through the main door, maybe they see bubbles or something and they can come through there. How about you come back into the main room here, Cooper, in the center? We'll come into this area last, maybe, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so there's another couple of cool things in this room are these other negative space areas. So all of the terrain trays from Dwarven Forge, if you don't know, they are magnetic. So all these pieces stick to them.
They're also hand painted.
Everything here is hand painted. Not by me. The miniatures are painted by me, but not the...
Yeah.
Most of them are. Some of them came with Dwarven Forge. Like the Minotaur over there, that's a Dwarven Forge miniature that came with the set.
Yeah, they painted themselves.
But a lot of the miniatures here are painted by me. But these are cool areas because it shows the water beneath. So it shows the tray. If the characters wanted to, they could have come through this icy area here out into the frost zone. And there's a bunch of like snow wolves out here and all this frozen ground. If you wanted to, you could make rules that say that the ice could crack and you could fall in. Maybe there's some kind of cool thing in that little glowing thing on the top there.
And then you could come over here. Then if you make it...
Here, put your finger down for a second. Maybe you touch this here. Put them there. And maybe... Now your finger is encased in ice.
Like you fall in and then you get covered in ice and then like you fall in, you get covered in ice.
I think you have to do it from the top.
And you're just stuck.
And that's it. There's no way out of this.
And you're dead.
That's it. New character.
Well, unless someone saves you. Unless
maybe.
Someone has
Where's his help? Where's
Oh, he's still over here.
Yeah.
So like if he got caught in the ice, he might see and then like use a spell to let him out. And they can be free.
What about so this chamber in here, let's go to the chamber you built.
Oh, yeah.
So there's an area back here where it's sort of like it's like an extra cavern / maze / there's some chaos dudes living back there. These are from the old Mordheim game. These are possessed from Mordheim, which is an old Games Workshop game, pretty much Warhammer, but skirmish kind of stuff.
I don't want to get him stuck.
And this is a really cool frozen area that you'd have to sneak through underneath the ice to get to. And I don't know what would be back there, except for the fact that it would be a cool place to explore. What we would typically do if we were using this as a dungeon in a regular game would be we'd put a black sheet over this and reveal it as we went through the dungeon. But for now, we are just keeping it open. So
and everyone's seen it, so everyone knows where the best places are.
True. And the plan is to play Dungeon Crawl Classics on here, and so they will know some of what they're facing in this adventure, but it's okay. How about over here? Let's show the area with the rock troll.
Aren't we gonna go into that area?
That's last, because that's King Divoc is over there.
That's King COVID. King COVID.
So in this side, there are a couple passageways through here. One is a treasure room, and the other is a passageway into the realm of King Divoc, the 91st. But guarding this is an angry rock troll. This was Reaper Bones 4 Kickstarter material, and he matches pretty well with the dungeon, I think.
Because, like, of all the blue and,
all the
like,
blue icy stuff, yeah.
And, like, the gray...
Is it ice or crystals, right?
I think it's ice crystals.
You think it's ice crystals?
They look like ice crystals. Because they're blue. And
What's in the back there? What's down the back hallway?
So if, like, say you defeated him, he's dead. You could come over here or go through there. And then back here you have a treasure chest.
That's one chest. What else?
There's... I don't know if this is just a barrel or beer.
It could be either. It could be a treasure of beer.
A treasure.
A treasure?
A beer treasure.
Beer treasure. Nice.
Then a box.
A crate.
It's a box.
Maybe there's some food in there.
A box and a crate, same thing.
What's the other option, though? You can go down this passageway and get towards this central chamber. And I love this room in here. This is...
It's also really big.
We transitioned from Caverns Deep into an area of the Dwarven Forge Dungeon of Doom.
What happened to this area? What happened?
We're going to show that, too.
Isn't there a thing that covers this?
Yeah, but I kept it off just to have you cool to show it off. So you can see that there are some of these ruined cavern pieces. I wish I might get another set of these because I think they match Dungeon of Doom pretty well. They came from Caverns Deep. But inside here is the Dwarven Forge itself.
And if you wanted to, you could wait off of coming into this room and then follow this area. And see if you... And then...
The doors there open.
Even if you come this way, you would still enter the same room.
So this room is full of skeletons. Open that door there.
And, like, if you beat this room, you could either come back and see if you missed anything, or...
Right, maybe you missed a battle somewhere. But in this room here, you have the forge itself. You have a secret passage over here. This could move up here.
Then, like, if that's...
And when that happens, you have access to
this room.
The anvil and...
Anvil?
Anvil.
You said anvil.
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 Whatever. I think it's a cool room.
Wait.
Oh, I dropped this. This is supposed to be in there as well. I had a little dragon on a stone. And
yeah, I thought this would look. I thought this would look cool. Like.
It would look cool. Isn't this?
Like have it. So if I push that back here, you could put him right in front of here with the light glowing, and then him back there with the light glowing.
It does look cool.
It's more aqua in the camera.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be green. Well, it is green.
And then over here we have a booby-trapped room. Back here where there's treasure chests and there's some weapons.
If you came over here, maybe there was something that you might have tripped, and then if you were walking on this, maybe that could have fallen, and then you could have...
Or you have to jump over it. But there's a crossbow on the end of the hallway that'll shoot you also. And that's magnetic, so what you'd do is you would not tell the players that that's there.
Then, like, it would...
You would put it on the wall.
And, like, it could be on this side, and then when it comes...
Nothing over there on that side.
I know, but if it's on this side, then it could be like it...
Well, the same in here. If you move behind the forge, this is a magnetic flame that fits.
Yeah, there's a bunch of magnetic stuff.
So that's pretty cool. And the final room is entered into via... I gotta turn this around. But you can enter this final room from... Maybe the characters find some way to telekinetically move the key here, because there's a key on this, and the idea would be, at least my thoughts, that there's a way, you have to find a way to get the key open.
And, like, that's not all that this piece could do. Like, if you wanted to, it could either be this, or you could not have that there. I just knocked a man over.
You could leave it out if you wanted to.
Or you could have it, like, a normal door. Or you could put, like, a fake wall in.
Yeah, there are fake wall pieces.
Yeah. Don't we have one?
Yeah, but leave them in there. They're hidden somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Like, those 3 drawers, those 3 sets of cabinets over there are all Dwarven Forge.
My God.
And this room here is kind of cool because it's got this fish shrine that is from, that is also from Reaper Bones. And then it's being guarded by an ice crab, which is not supposed to be an ice crab. I made it an ice crab because I like that blue color scheme.
It's supposed to be like a regular giant crab.
Yeah. And maybe this is the final room. Maybe this is the characters that are here trying to battle King Divoc. Maybe this room has some kind of hidden temple.
And then, like, when you finish, maybe you could come here, and then it teleports you to the next place.
Maybe that works. We'll have to find out when we play in the room here.
Yeah.
So that's it. That is the dungeon, the Dread Cavern of King Divoc, courtesy of Dwarven Forge's Kickstarters, courtesy of my Sunday last week, just spending the whole Sunday essentially down here kind of building through this. I don't know if I've shared before, I love these IKEA units for storing Dwarven Forge. I have everything organized, which is nice. Unfortunately, it means I have to put everything back at some point, which is going to be a shame. So I don't know how long this is going to stay out.
I'm trying to get these guys to stay up here.
We're going to use this at least for DCC this weekend for the convention, for some home gaming during Cyclops Con, and we're also going to potentially play some Frostgrave on this. Me and Judge Evie will be playing that at some point. So that's it. That's the whole thing. Thanks for watching and hanging with us. I hope you're all going to Cyclops Con this weekend online with Goodman Games. If you're not, make sure to check that out. And we'll be seeing you online somewhere. So, bye. What are you doing?
Are you still filming?
No. Yes. Maybe.